YouTube. YouTube is so particular about the camera on the phone. If it's like unlevel in a specific way, it gets really weird about it. It's fine. It's fine. It's working. That's what matters. Okay. Get everyone out of the room. Make everything nice. I got these. I found my 2 cups. I had one. I knew where one was, but I couldn't find the other one. So it's poison and antidote. I thought it would be cute to do pencils and drawing utensils and poison and erasers and stuff and antidote. And that's cute. All right. So I usually just start with something, whatever. And I'm going to start with, I just ate a Jamaican beef patty. So I grew up eating these. I don't know if they're common other places. We had a pretty large population of Jamaican immigrants where I grew up. And so these were pretty common to see. Get them in most grocery stores, like frozen. And I'm sure that most of the ones that I had were frozen ones. But when I think of good, like hearty, fill you up on a cold day food, I think of these guys. I think they're similar to like pasties. I think they're similar to pasties, but I'm not really sure because I don't really know exactly. I've never been to the UK, so I don't know exactly what pasties are. I've only read and seen descriptions and videos and stuff, but I think some of them, those have a water crust, and this doesn't. This has a flake close to a pie crust. It's like a hand pie. But this is my first experience with anything being called a patty. It was not just literally a hamburger patty. A little blurry, huh? Let me see. Camera one. I think one of my lights is off too. Let me see if that helps. Hi, Otfud. Welcome. Hope you're feeling better. Or, feeling better soon. Yeah, so this is literally when I had heard of patty before, it was always just like a hamburger patty, I mean, I don't know if you know. Yeah, I'm sorry. But like just a patty of meat. This was a hamburger patty. That was the only patty I really knew about in food, except also if you put that same beef patty, which you on a piece of bread, put cheese on top of it, then that would be a patty melt. Yeah, we can draw a dog. Oh, that's great. Uh, Kylo, Kylo Tib, something like that. Let's do a dog. So I used to not understand, like, dogs are really cool because, well, so first of all, dogs can feel jealousy, which I think is a crazy piece of business that we need to, like, remember. So dogs have a sense of justice. They've done some studies and found that. Exactly. Oh, that's awesome, May May Lamb. That's great. Hey, Ringo Starr, welcome back. I was telling a story. You were asking me if I liked the Beatles, and I was telling a story how when I was young, we had an 8-track player and had like 6 8 tracks. I don't know. It was just like really old and in the living room. And no one used it except for me. And the only thing I used it for was to listen to Beatles music on repeat. But yeah, dogs have a sense of justice. So they figured out if you give one dog a treat for doing something, you don't give another dog a treat for doing the same thing, the other dog who didn't get the treat will be upset because they do understand that that's unfair. They also have an eyebrow muscle. Ooh, Kylo, sure. They also have eyebrow muscles so they can make like human faces or like human expressions with their eyebrows. And that's thought to have evolved just for us. This guy went from being like an all right dog to being a little haggard. I don't know what kind of a dog. Like he's just a really sad dog. I don't know what I did. Oh, that's great. Dang. Let me see if I can try to lock the video in place focusing on the paper. Is that better? All right, let's do the birthday cake for Kylo. Happy birthday. A way of that's cool. So you know how I like dogs have hang on, let me get some new paper. You know how dogs have their ears hanging low? Here, I'll do that on this one. So like bloodhounds and stuff, how their face is like this, and then this is very basic, and then their ears like hang low, right? And they're like really floppy. They found that that is actually oh, welcome Max Mixed Max again. They found that that is actually to stir up the molecules on the ground so that the dog can smell it better. So dogs with big floppy ears, those big floppy ears are actually so they can get a better sense of smell, which I think is just it's so crazy. Dogs without the big floppy ears, they smell less good. I have not played Clash Royale. I have not looked at the original egg fellow. No. I will look. Let me draw this birthday cake we got going on. Pugs are the saddest dogs. I was just saying that a couple streams ago. Let's do the birthday cake. Was there one other thing? No, I guess not. Okay, let's do a birthday cake. So I sometimes draw birthday cake for my friends for their birthdays, and sometimes I try to make birthday cakes. I actually really like baking. Uh, Something I haven't done in the new apartment because we just moved, but I was doing it all the time for quite a while. And so I was making birthday cakes. I made 2 or 3 for my friends, so just for a year, I guess. And I did a skull cake, and I did the cake from Bluey. Ooh, portraits are good. Yeah, smelling like a dog would be really interesting because like you can also smell temporally, so you can like smell like, oh, this was happening here, and you know how long ago. Oh, hi, Yasmin. Welcome. Welcome back. So like dogs understand how long ago things happened because of their sense of smell. So they can like know like, oh, well, this smell dissipates in this long. And so this dog hasn't been here for this long, but that dog was here recent. Like I forget the science that they did for this, but like really fascinating stuff. Oh, you know what? I was just doing it straight from the side. Let's do it a little perspective-y. I think that'll be a little bit more interesting. A little bit harder, but a little bit more interesting. Am I on camera? There we go. Let's make it a little taller too. I feel like birthday cakes, homemade birthday cakes are usually like big and flat or just shorter than like bakery birthday cakes because bakery birthday cakes come in like very specific sizes and one of them is pretty tall, I feel like, or it just has a tall ratio. Oh, hi Ben is my name. Welcome. Ooh, lights off. That's pretty great. Homer, no, I'm not gonna. Oh, that's a. Hmm. Yeah, I think I can do that. Yasmin. Okay. I'm just gonna put one big fun birthday candle on. And I'll give some of those like that textured side frosting they do. Edge frosting, I guess. I'm trying to think how I'm going to like fake the specific edge frosting without, I think I'm just going to do this little bumps without having to do like really detailed work on it. Yeah, so I was thinking the no violence. I'm tempted because it is Homer and Bart, which is like a classic moment. Um, but yeah, let's avoid the violence. But I will draw Homer or Bart in some other situation. And yeah, Sapley, definitely. Let's get your request. And then I'll start the list. All right, I think that's looking all right. The silver hedgehog. Oh, okay, okay. Let me see if I can get on Discord real quick. Uh, yeah, looks like it. Okay. Oh man, this browser's so frozen. Yeah, I should be able to do it. It might just take a little while. And then, like, I don't know what birthday cakes have near the bottom. Is it just the same kind of thing? Probably, right? Like, oh yeah, definitely this. And then I shouldn't have drawn this line. Anyway. Quickly erase that. Bring this line in a little bit. It got a little away from me. This one too. I don't want it to be poorly frosted. Yeah, so I have made like straight birthday cake. Actually, it was made with but like this style. The straight up and down multi-layered. I think I did a 3-layer one. And that was really great. We put is it sakura in it, so it was pink and had a light cherry flavor. It was very pink too. It looked great and tasted. I liked it a lot. Some people don't like um, floral flavors, but I don't mind. This one I just kind of taught myself. I didn't. I used to do this a lot, and then I just kind of started doing that. Hey Kawasaki. This one, I can't do it, but This one, my history and politics teacher used to do. I really can't do it. Oh, there it is. Here it is. I'm going from the wrong side. Like that. And he could then do it backwards too. And a lot of people in my school, in my class, learned how to do that. And then I was like upset that I couldn't do that. Or I didn't want to learn it, I think. So instead I figured out and taught myself this one. Christmas, yeah. For sure. I look like Saint Nick too. Well, young Saint Nick, because of the big beard and red beard. I did end up putting texture on here. I think that's okay. We can put like happy birthday behind the candle. Yeah, that looks good. Like it was in the frosting. And it's just some of this is hiding behind this frosting has three-dimensionality, right? And this one is hiding behind the candle. I think that's good. Some balloons. The foreshortening on this is like, I'm just faking it. I'm not really like doing the research or whatever, doing the like perspective lines. But yeah. Top text. Yep. Hi, Carmela. Oh. Carmela. Oh. Is this centered? Somebody stuck the candle in, not in the center spot. Okay, I guess we'll light the candle. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Kylo. Kilo K number 1 L0. Happy birthday to you. Oh yeah, I guess, yeah, we're just gonna do this. Birthday cake. Oh, I don't know. Just oh. That is funny. Okay, let's see. With the reference, hang on. I gotta get the list out. We'll do it on birthday cake here. We have Sapley character. Let me check if Discord is loaded. Man, it feels like computers get older faster and faster. You know what I mean? Like, this computer's not that old. And when I was younger, an old computer didn't get as slow as fast. I think I'm saying it right. Let's see. CMonsterYK, our chair. Ooh, I'm tempted just to do the rabbits. Oh, that's great. That's fun. Does somebody really say Michael Jackson? That's great. So I was watching a skit and it was about how, oh wait, yeah, I forgot. Let me go up. We have, what were the requests? We have, I'm gonna put the goose on there, but I don't think it's next. Goose. Okay, one of your characters, Goose. We'll do Bart Simpson. Look at the rabbits. Goose, Goose. Egg Guy, thank you. Okay, we're doing Sapley's character, Egg Guy, Goose. Okay, let's go over to Sapley's character. I'm not gonna be able to see the chat. Wait, this one? The one you just posted? I'm gonna do the most recent one because it is loading. Okay, the rabbit one? I got it. I'll do it. The rabbit one. Come on. So I have Discord loaded up in DuckDuckGo because it won't load in other browsers on this computer because this computer is a Chromebook that's out of date, and so like a bunch of programs no longer work on it. Oh, Silver Hedgehog. Yeah, okay. Is this a character I can just draw a Silver Hedgehog? Because that's fun. Okay. So Sapley posted some rabbits in a Discord, and they're like, it's two rabbits. Let's see if I can just... It's two rabbits. One standing here, one standing here. This one's looking that way, sort of. This one's sort of looking at us, but a little off to the side. And then there's like a child rabbit here. I may or may not do the child rabbit. So let's get their noses in, or their snouts real quick. And that'll help us block the rest of the scene out. Okay, yeah. And then I always also do that line that shows where the front of it is on the snout too, because otherwise I forget and I start drawing noses in the wrong place because I'm like, oh, I got the vibe, and then I don't have the vibe. Because Ty, you got doxed soap. Ooh, what's Magic Worm? Oh, like that toy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Saibao. I don't know, hater. I don't understand. Um, I love drawing worms. Hey, Dream On. Solid name. Okay. So these rabbits, they're pretty serious people, and they are wearing um, those kind of old school gangster trenchy coat things. Overcoats. Worn by people who say, hey, and use there. Hey, use guys. My grandfather said use. But he would say use people. Yeah, Shadow Milk, I'm drawing rabbits. Stay young, beautiful, and unique. Oh, it's beautiful. I've played Hollow Knight, but not very long. I don't play a lot of games anymore, and so I started it, but I didn't play for very long. Um, just a few hours, like one evening probably. This shoulder here, which would mean this shoulder here, which means we'd see just a little bit of their front like that. Mostly we're seeing this side, but the coats do flow out, so that's good. We'll have that. And then maybe a little bit of the arm. I think I'm going to make the arms longer than a rabbit's would be, maybe even longer than a human's would be, because, like, I don't know, we're already kind of so ridiculous. That's not what it actually means. It sounds like the mafia. Yeah, yeah. That's that's I think a lot of the mafia depiction, right, is like Italians in the New York City and New Jersey area. And oh my God, you know what this is? This is the Bruce Wayne of rabbit. This the baby rabbit here. Like they just got out of a play and they're walking down Crime Alley. We'll have this one be like kind of that direction. There we go. But mostly behind his mom. Wormhorn Liam. Ian. Ian. That's good. That's good. Anthropomorphic rabbits. Yes. This is Sapley's request. Sapley asked a few days ago, and was the first, was it yesterday? Gee, be creepy. Sapley was the first person to join the Discord very kindly, and they requested that I draw one of their characters, but they just showed up really late last night, so I didn't have the chance. So I am drawing one of their characters. They drew some and posted in the art sharing Discord. Man, I'm doing crazy eyes. I'm gonna skip the eyes for a second. Let me erase a little bit of this guide just to kind of get a better view of the face. Okay. Yeah, I want to put the eyes in, but I think it's not time. I think I'm going to do the ears. So I always try to, I used to not, and then it just gets messed up all the time. Whoop, it's too big. But now I always try to like draw at least part of the imaginary circle that connects like things like the ears. So like this one, you can kind of just do because it's basically straight on. This one's just going to be a little bit to the left. It should be bigger and a little bit back. And then this one will be a little same, a little bit to the left, but a little bit forward because his head, that's just the way his head is tilted. But if it's more complicated like this, like I always try to draw the circle that would connect them on the sphere that is their head. Ooh, Mafioso's rabbit. That's great. I didn't know that. Reservoir rabbits. All right. So like I think my problem with the eyes, the problem that I'm having, it's not my problem with the eyes. It's the eyes problem. Um, is that I want to draw them both on the front of the face to make these rabbits look a little bit more threatening and on the side of the face because that's where a rabbit's eyes go. So I'm torn and I think I'm gonna just split the difference. And maybe I'll just make them very big. Like problem solved. Anime problem solving. No, that's crazy talk. Okay, let's see. Pow 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 pow. Okay, too big. What's going on? The eyes have me stumped. I should stylize these eyes. I mean, that is the plan. I'll add some of these. That's pretty good. I'm going to give this one extra to make it like a mustache. I was missing a little bit of her face, but I just put it in there. Oh, hey, Vatica. Vatica, probably. Hey, Brantley, the creator. Welcome. Yeah, so this is Sapley's drawing that I am redrawing. And I guess I've sort of reinterpreted it because there's like a kid in the drawing, like a kid rabbit in the drawing. And I was like, oh, what's going on there? So now I have the kid rabbit more prominently. Hang on, I'm like holding my breath because I'm trying to think. I have to hold my breath to think, I guess. Okay, here we go. So now we have the kid rabbit more or less done. I'm just going to give him, can you guys see this? I'm giving him pause. He gives me pause because I'm like, what have I done? Okay, and I'm going to give the dad pause, dad rabbit. Okay, and the mom rabbit can have a pause. All right. This mom rabbit also has a scarf. I'm pulling the shoulder out of there. Okay, yeah, yeah, that's exactly Elstefan. Like the kid, I think Mixed Max is right. I love making up the story. Oh, awesome, Shadow Milk. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, you have to do mafia stuff at the school. And now, like the parents, now, like you see this, they have a look of fear on their face. That's not because of any mafia stuff. That's because the kid's teacher is coming over, and they're like, "Oh shit." They're gonna be mad at us for not coming to any of the parent-teacher conferences. I knew coming to this concert was a mistake, Cheryl. Just behave, Frank. Cheryl and Frank are incredibly rabbit names. I don't know where they came from. Oh, I forgot. The mom has another whole paw that I missed. Here we go. Okay. I'm like feeling pretty good about this. Let me see. Oh, that could be good too, yeah. Oh, yeah, mafia members trying to disguise themselves in public. I gotta get this shirt collar. Dad's wearing a weird tie. I like it. Actually, I'm gonna have his tie tucked into his shirt. Like, this is something you do when you're doing like a messy job or something and you don't want it to fall into the mess. Or you're doing working around machinery and you don't want it to get sucked into the machinery. So, like, it's interesting that Dad's tie is tucked into his shirt. Because, like, what was he just doing? It suggests something, and not anything really very specific. All right, I think this is pretty good. The dad's arm gets a little something. I'm gonna give the kid's face a little bit better. Outlines, so it like is more solid against his parents. Yeah, I was thinking a boy because I at first before we started talking about the concert and the um oh man, I totally lost his other ear. Oh no, it just goes behind his mom. Okay, that's good. That's good. I was thinking this is sort of like the Bruce Wayne of rabbits. So I was thinking this is a boy and this is him and his parents and like Joe Cool or whomever, depending on the Batman lore, is just like walked around the corner and the parents realize they're about to get mugged, but the boy child, future Bat Rabbit Bruce Wayne, has no idea. And so he's still like just happy that his parents are like actually doing something. But I think it could be a girl. I'm cool with that. We'll do the classic cartoon trick. And we'll just give her a couple of eyelashes. Boom. Girl now. Can't argue with that. All right, I think we could keep going. I think this is pretty good. I'm just doing a little shading to help put things behind other things, stuff like that. Oh yeah. The mom can have eyeshadow too. And earrings. And she's wearing a necklace, but we can't see it because it's under the scarf. All right, I think that came out pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. Bottom lashes, madness. So, something that was hard for me because I always wanted to do like the thing you do as a kid, right? You like give an eye, you have somebody's eye, and it's a lady's eye, and you want to give it eyelashes. Totally normal and natural thing to want to do. Humans have eyelashes. Eyelashes have become a signifier of girl character in cartoons, and so what's who's the guy who is famous? Stanley. So what Stan Lee said is you just give him a couple eyelashes. I think if you keep going, you either have to do it really good or it'll just look bad. So if you're going to go crazy with the eyelashes, I think you really have to do a great job. And if you want to do not such a great job and make it a little bit easier, you can just do, wait, that's the wrong way. You can just do the Stan Lee, or you'll see it in lots of cartoons and stuff. You just either do a couple on the side here, and then that's like enough, and the brain fills the rest in. Or, like, for example, if you're doing something much more cartoony, right, and it's like basically a circle, um, you can do like a few spread out. That's like Marge Simpson and Lisa and stuff. They just have a couple eyelashes spread out like that. Yeah, May Lamb. So something I think about all the time and I always want to talk about, but it's just like it's hard to talk about. I think I can use this pencil to sort of demonstrate it. This is a much thicker pencil than what I'm used to. So like right now it's sharp and we can get some pretty fine lines out of it. But if you draw just a little bit, this pencil is so hard to sharpen, but I think it's worth it. I think it's worth it to show you guys. I'm just gonna slip a ruler under here so I can push down pretty hard. Um, So as it gets blunt, if it's flat like that, like straight across, I find it hard to do anything with. But if I flatten it as I'm working at an angle, which is pretty natural because your hand is at an angle, you then get like a secret point, and you can kind of keep working with fine lines and stuff as long as you use that point specifically. Now, with these thicker pencils, it's much harder to do. So what I'm really talking about is these tiny pencils. When you get it at an angle, you then create this point and you can use that. And so like you can keep twisting and turning depending on if you want to shade something, whoop, if you want to shade something flat, or if you want a sharp line. Flat, sharp line. So I don't know. I think about that all the time. Okay, let me do the egg drawing fella now. I think it's time anyway. Egg drawing fella. So I've been drawing this little fella. What is he from? Little fella egg. Okay. Oh, this guy. Have I been drawing him backwards? He's funny little fella. Let me see if I have yesterday's right nearby. I've been drawing him every day without reference, and this is where it got to, where yesterday I just went crazy and I drew a mustache and I gave him eyebrows. I thought he had eyebrows, to be honest. I gave him a coffee and a victim, and he became a hard-boiled detective. Get it? Get it? Anyway. So I'm going to draw him again with the reference, which I did days ago, now that I've drawn him a bunch without it. And you guys could see how crazy the difference. Now, first of all, I want the first drawing because all of the drawings I've done have been facing to the right. And I just looked at the reference and all of them are to the left. Yeah, yeah, I know those. Yeah, yeah. I need to like do a little guy fanfic spin-off hard-boiled detective comic. I guess he doesn't have to be little guy anymore. He just is his own character, and he's a hard-boiled detective, and he does really corny noir like stuff. And it's like, oh, it's like a fairy tale hard because it's, Humpty Dumpty. So it's like a fairy tale hard-boiled detective. He's like, she walked into my office, hood up, red, like a basket. She says for her, that's for grandma. And then he's fighting the big bad wolf. Well, he's not fighting; he's investigating, right? That's the fun part about hard-boiled detective novels is and like noir and that kind of thing is like it never goes they never like the action is quick and fast and everything else is just build up. Okay, so yeah, this guy is he's from a property, but I don't know. I don't know what he's from. We'll give him a little man. He is very different from what I've been drawing. I really thought the mouth went all over. So part of it is I have aphantasia, so I do not have a visual imagination, and therefore I don't have a visual memory. It's interesting because, oh, like, I'm a creative who has aphantasia, so it never occurred to me. But a lot of people think, like, oh, aphantasia, they must not be able to do creative jobs. But you just have to write things down or draw things out. And so I think I sort of credit my desire to draw with, or my aphantasia with my desire to do drawing and stuff, because I always wanted to make sure things were clear. And so I would have to draw them out because I couldn't just imagine them. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that. An egg wave ad. Yeah, got it. Oh man, I also am forgetting about my tea. Hang on. So now I'm drawing him from there's like one main reference photo that's out there of this guy. So I'm drawing him from that, which is what I drew him from the first time. Like cartoon. Wait, his thumb. Oh yeah, his thumb should be doing that. Okay, okay. My bad. Okay. Oh, and then is I'm Just a Bill 1960s cartoon, low budget cartoon legs. I think that's my favorite part. Like, why are his legs like this? It's lovely. So this is where it started. And this is where it ended up. So I'm a firm believer in drawing something every day or twice a day in order to refine it, right? So if you come up with a little character, and let me do it on a sheet we're actually using for today. If you come up with a little character and it's a family of rabbits who have just witnessed a PTA disaster, and you're like, I really like this is a great idea, but I want them to be like more refined, more cartoony. Just keep drawing them every day. And like you don't want to draw them. I mean, people are naturally lazy, not in general, but like your brain wants to find all the best ways to do work, right? Not for a lazy way. That's wrong. Whoop, I'm drawing off screen probably. Shoot. But just because that's what your brain wants. And so if you start drawing them every day, you will find all the little shortcuts to make them look like you want them to look and refine them down to their main bits. Oh, thank you so much, Mixed Max Gaming. Have a great night. All right. I do have, where is it? Ooh, okay. So we did Sapley. We did Sapley's Mafia Rabbits at a PTA meeting. We did Egg Guy. All right. So now we are on a goose. I think we'll do a goose. Let me double check because I was just drawing off camera a couple times. I got to make sure I don't do that. Because that's must be the most boring if I'm just like over here drawing. Um, and then I'm like, oh, here. And I like move it over and you see something that I've been working on for a minute and a half. What? Oh, a goose. I love drawing geese. I drew a bunch of fancy geese. I just saw one recently. We'll draw one right now. So I don't know why, but I think geese are like the easiest birds to draw. I think it's just every time I try to draw a duck, I accidentally draw a geese. Oh, hey, Pancake. How you doing? Poofs out of existence. Oh, yeah, I like that. Like magic, like a wizard frog. I don't. Is that iPad only? Mac only? I'm doing good. We're drawing a goose right now, a goose with an evil bent. The suggestion was a goose with a Kalashnikov, but I don't think I want to do a gun, so I'm probably going to do like a goose with a big sword or something, like a fencing epi or I'm not sure yet. Something intense, but just not that. Yeah, I think it is. I don't have the iPad. I've used Procreate and I like it. At this moment, I don't have a graphical tablet, but I do have a drawing tablet that hooks up to my desktop computer, and I use that to do Photoshop. And I've been working in Photoshop for like 20 years. So I have a lot of practice. And having the tablet, I've been doing the tablet for about 6 or 7 years. And so that's been real helpful. I do live streams. Yes, Pancake, I will definitely do that. Canadian goose. Okay, let me look. Oh, that's not the. Here we go. Pancake suggests. Ooh, raccoon holding a cornucopia. I like that a lot. Raccoons are. I I like and hate drawing raccoons. I don't know why. Um, I feel like just some days I nail it, and some days I'm like, this is terrible. I hate everything. Um, yeah, we can do. Let's try a Canadian. Let's try for a Canadian goose. Uh, okay, I think that's the basic shape we got. Let me erase out some of the extra guides I was doing over here. This is a great eraser. I don't think it gets enough credit. It doesn't smudge anywhere near as much as other erasers do. It's called Sumo Grip. So a lot of my other erasers are very good, but they will build up like a little pencil. And if you try to erase while that's there, it'll leave a permanent smudge on the paper. Like this, if I erase in the wrong way, there will be a permanent smudge on the paper that I can't get rid of. It's still there, it's just very light. So, but that doesn't really happen with this one. It's like self-cleaning. I don't know why, but it's great. I don't even know if it's advertised to do that. It's just good. Oh, thank you so much, Pancake. Yeah, take your time. I will get that cornucopia going. Okay, so I think the big thing with the Canadian goose is its neck and head are not white. So the reason why a regular goose is so easy is because it's all one color, right? And it's also white. So like it just looks right on the page. So to do a Canadian goose, we're gonna have to be a little bit more, not creative, but specific. But I think we can do it. There's a little white patch there. Now I would normally go back and forth, like left to right in a diagonal to try to make this pencil line like not be noticed by your brain. But I thought I would do it up and down to sort of like make it look maybe like some messy feathers instead of instead of just like flat black, like kind of use the texture to my advantage instead of trying to get people to not see it. I think it was not a bad attempt. Do I need to zoom in a little? Maybe. Let's try it. What? YouTube always zooms all the way out before it zooms in, and it's fine. And it's a fine thing that YouTube does. Oh, interesting. As soon as I gave it a black on the head, it was like easy to see like something was messed up with the perspective. We have to do the beak again anyway because we're going to be doing the sword, the sword. I think we'll do the goose's like wing half out as like a balance for the sword. And then this one is out just a little bit because when it threw this wing out, it just automatically threw this one out a little bit also, even though that wasn't the intention. How do wings work? Connects up here. So then that is like being twisted up. So this one, okay, you'll see maybe a little bit down here actually. Okay. And then this you'll see a lot of. Okay. Hopefully, so the front of the goose is white, so that's good. And then this is all going to be gray, maybe with whites at the tips of the wings. And then we have to throw its legs in. I am not going to try to make these legs very accurate because I want this goose to be in action holding a sword. And I want to care more. I'm going to care more about that action than I do about how real goose's legs look, because even if you often if you try to get the goose's legs to look perfect, the people who will notice if they're good or not, the only people who know if they're good or not will also be the people who know so well that they'll be like, oh, they did a good job trying, but like it's actually a little bit, that's not for this goose, that's not the real. And like those people are great. We need those people. Thank goodness for those people. But you don't need to draw for those people. I mean, you draw for everybody, right? Or yourself, actually. But I think you guys get it. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop talking about that. All right, I think it's time for the sword. So he's like lunging. So I think. Okay, I think. Okay, let's give him a ground. There's like a pond over here or something. Oh my gosh. What if this is the lake? Where's the lady in the lake? And then this is the goose that got the sword from the lady in the lake. Okay. So I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to try to make the sword. Okay. So this would be the pommel. The handle. Wait, is this the pommel? It doesn't matter. I think the pommel is the very top. That's what I was going for. Okay, I'm trying to make this sword come sort of through his beak and out this way. Just like that. So that this would be the tip of the sword. Okay. I'm going to erase a little in the middle here so I can see better. Okay, so I am going to do some foreshortening. So I'm bringing the sword, making it bigger towards the top because it's getting a little closer to us. I'm not very good at that, but you gotta try, right? Uh, when I say I'm not very good, it doesn't mean like I try not to think about things that I can or can't do. I think it's important to try to think about things about how long they will take you, not if it's possible for you to do them. Because, like, most stuff is possible for people to do, even if it'll just take a very long time or you'll need very specific tools. I mean, maybe not most people, but artists. I think if you're practicing, you're doing your work. Did my. Okay, okay. Then you're gonna get there. Okay, I think we're doing good. Whoops, holding my breath. All right, do some tactical erasing to help separate the sword from the goose. I should have my little slip sheet underneath my hand, but I don't know where I put it, and I don't want to rip another one at this exact moment. Okay, because it's a sword, I'm going to bust out the ruler and make it nice and sharp. Because swords are sharp, and a nice sharp straight line will make it seem sharp. Whoops, I should have done it for the end. I thought I would be okay. All right. Let me zoom out a while. We got the goose with the sword. So because it is a Canadian goose, oh man, I really did smudge. I really do need a slip sheet. Here, I'll do the best in between and I'll just put this weird glove on. This helps because it doesn't smudge half as much as your hand. But it's best to use a slip sheet. This still will smudge a little bit. And for whatever reason, the slip sheet just doesn't. It probably does. It's just less perceptible. I might use this one, like... Okay, I'm just coming in and I'm trying to get this goose and sword to really pop and look separate. So I'm just coming in and erasing different parts to try to get that difference more pronounced before I come in and start doing a thicker outline on things. Okay. Okay, let's do the thick outline. So the bill is going to be here. Make that nice and thick. The sword is going to be here. For anything that's in front of something else, like this sword is in front of the goose's face, I want to really make that a nice thick dark line. There's a little bit of three-dimensionality there. We can just make that whole thing dark. That'll help. Give this, the white patch of the goose is almost entirely covered, and it's funny, just like its placement actually like muddies the water a little bit because of just like there's a white spot there and then there's a white spot on the goose. Okay, and then I think if we give the gooseneck a little, my gooseneck broke. So I use a gooseneck for the camera here, right? So you guys can see what I'm doing. And the one I've been using for, I guess, quite a while now, at least a year, maybe a little bit more, it just stopped. Half of it still works and half of it doesn't work. There's two strengths. There's the one that like holds everything up, and then there was like one thinner gooseneck right at the end that you could adjust relatively easily. And I thought it was a really good compromise because it just made a lot of sense. You could adjust something on the fly, but generally it was going to stay where it was. So I really liked it, but the one on the end, the more delicate one, of course, broke. It just stopped holding things in a position. It's just the end of it. It's basically like it's disconnected from the rest of it a little bit. So I'm thinking like if I like use one of those pipe clamps or hose clamps or something, if I could just get it, have it a solid connection right there, I think it would work. All right, I'm gonna do like some drag marks. So it looks like the goose has been dragging this around for a little while. And just to make this more, I'm gonna just do like a dirt texture on the front side of it. So it looks like it's been pushing up some dirt, right? And then, yeah, and then some like pebbles and stuff. A little shadow to like make it look like real ground. Give the goose a shadow. Give the sword a shadow. Give the shore some detail. A grass or two. All right, let me zoom out a little bit. I think we got it. I found my tea. Uh-oh. Oh, okay, never mind. All right, let's look at the list. What do we got next? Ooh, raccoon. Raccoon. With a cornucopia. So a raccoon, I think I might do like a kind of cartoon raccoon, but I think for the cornucopia, I'm gonna make it very realistic. No, I'm just cornucopia. Sort of like that. You gotta get the inside too, I guess. I could have done the whole thing at once, but and actually the real ones that I've seen, they're not this round. Let's just flatten it out a little bit, especially on the bottom, because basically you weave it with your whatever your natural wick is. Oh, hey, Mahmoud. How are you doing? Thank you. Yeah, it is ducking awesome. And now we're doing a raccoon with a cornucopia. Let's go. Today we've done, okay, not much. Hang on. We did this guy. He's somebody. Okay, we did a birthday cake. We did the duck with the sword, or the goose with the sword. You think you saw that? And we did this rabbit family. And now we are doing a raccoon with a cornucopia. Let's see, I'm gonna get rid of this one. Okay. So I'm just drawing the cornucopia first, and then I think we'll get onto the raccoon. So yeah, I can't, like, I don't remember. We live in a place where you get a lot of, or no, we don't. We used to live in a place where you get a lot of like history lessons and stuff, and I definitely remember them talking about like cornucopias and like what they were used for. But I don't remember. Like, is it just storage? Probably, right? Like winter food storage or something? Okay, I just want to shade this back area because my brain is having trouble making this look 3D for me. Okay, I think that helped a lot. And then the inside would be darker, but let's get the raccoon in before we start really doing some crazy stuff. So I think there's two fun ways you could do this. Baby raccoon, and you have it like sticking its head out here and like looking this way to be like, does anyone know I'm here? And then the other one is you have a bigger raccoon coming around the corner and sticking its head in and looking inside to see if there's anything in there. I think those are the two I would do. There's like the option of doing this one, but on top, like coming over the top and looking in. I think that's also fun. But let's have it looking out so we can see that raccoon face. I think that makes sense. And then we'll also get the grippy hands. So that's good. Those are two of the fun things about a raccoon. And you can even throw the tail in there coming out like the side there. I think this works. Okay. Do raccoons have like sort of fat cat ears? I think they do. They're like cat ears, but just fatter. Squatter almost. Okay. I think this is. Let me get some of this cornucopia out of the way. Okay. Okay, yeah, so I think for this year, this will block that top hand, so I don't have to draw that top hand. That's nice. And then this year is like kind of flat just because of the angle we're looking at. I think that's okay too. Let's see. We'll see this eye, but we really won't see the other eye. That's fine. I think we'll get everything we need from the tail with the ring and the little raccoon hand here. Okay. Heck yeah. Raccoons have cute little raccoon arms. Like this part of their arm is like, oh hey, Josu, Hosu. I think I'm Jose. It's like Jose, but with a U. Josue, Josue. Maybe it's Josue. Welcome, welcome. Oh yeah, raccoons definitely have little ping, 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 pong, ping, pong, ping, ping, ping. Okay, his little nose. We'll get the eye in there in a minute. Let's do the tail. Yeah, so we're just doing a raccoon and a cornucopia. It was a request. I think it's good. I think we'll do a 2-ring tail. And then we'll do a little extra hairs just to give it some depth, some shading almost. I'm going to move the second hand up. I don't think this is where it would naturally be, but I think if we don't see it, it's going to look weird. So I'm just going to pop it up there, and then we'll just have to do the ear. More. Okay. I didn't use a reference for this. I thought I would challenge myself a little. And I thought, like, what are the chances that there's going to be a raccoon doing this for a reference? Hello, Birdman. Welcome, welcome. We're doing a raccoon and a cornucopia. I mean, you know that. You can see. Oh. Okay. I was holding my breath for the eye. I feel like eyes, that's breath holding worthy. It's so important to get eyes right on this because you really want them to have like a life to them. And then also, you don't want, because you're putting so much like black on the page, it doesn't erase very good. Hey, Gummy Goober. Yeah, I think this is a pretty good raccoon and a cornucopia. I think it's kind of hard to read just because both things are so textured. What we can do to help that is put a little color down. Can put some cornucopia tan and brown. And do a coat of tan first. And then we'll do the brown for some shading. Pop, 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 pop. Pow, 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 pow. All right. Yeah. No, he's coming out of the thing that no longer has food in it. He actually, he's just checking to see if anyone's coming. The idea wasn't that he was coming out of it at all. You've bamboozled me. Hey, it's me. Do people... I always think of, it's a me, Mario. And I know, like, some of my friends' parents would have thought, it's me, Dave. There's those, like, shorts I've seen where they take, like, a phrase from a popular song, but it's actually from a bunch of popular songs, and then they go, like, what did you think of when you hear this line, when you hear this lyric? Because they don't sing you the lyric. They say when you hear, and then they just say the lyric, and then, like, you can tell somebody's age by the song they think of. Hey, Sonic. Yeah, we started a little while ago. Well, that's all right. It's still time. I don't know why. I'm like, I feel like I'm fighting with this cornucopia. And I feel like I can't, it still doesn't feel cornucopia-y. Let me see. And if you use orange as sort of like a light catcher, have it catching some light here, some light here, some light here. Maybe a little bit on this whole thing, some light up here, and some light right on the inside of that right there. That's a little bit better. We did brown for dark, but let's like double up and really go hard. No, that's not working. We could do purple. Yeah, let's do, well, I could do blue. Let's do blue. Let's do dark blue. For the shadows right in here. Just because I'm struggling to get these to like read to my brain, and I really want them to be very clearly shadows. And so using things like purple and blue instead of just sticking to the darker and lighter shades, it'll get you. Oh, thank you so much, Sonic. Okay, and then for the raccoon, we'll just use a little, it's also going to be brown. We'll go a light brown coat first. And then I think we're going to do, it's going to help make him like a little gray. Or let's do opposite of gray. Let's just move it towards like pink. Just to make him pop away from the basket. I think he'll still basically read as brown. But it'll help separate him from the basket, which I'm having trouble doing. Yeah. Thanks, buddy. All right, I think that might be as good as it gets. We could do something I haven't done on stream. Shall we? Is that all of them? I cut holes in this so I could see if all the pencils were there. And then I had to reinforce it with masking tape. But this way, not only can I see if all the pencils are there, I also know where to start looking for the pencil I want. So we could come in and do a little inking. Gotta not hold my breath. And that'll help us pull, I've already made a mistake, and that'll help us pull the raccoon up away from the cornucopia. It's a whole different thing, inking from penciling. I used to be like, why can't the person who does the pencils, why don't they just do the inks? And now that I've done both a while, like, I feel like they're totally different. Like, I think I'm more confident with pencils. And then some people are just going to be more confident with ink. And they're going to be able to get more done. There are artists who, so comic artists and manga, those are often done in this pencils and ink stage. But then other arts too, like some illustrations, that's just how they want to work. It's the same as like sketching something before you paint it. right? A lot of people do that. Wait. Whoops. It's going to be a mistake. I accidentally did them one way here, the twist, and then the rest is done in the opposite direction. And so oh well. It's going to be too long to finish all of these probably, so I'm just going to give the outline of the cornucopia. And I think it'll be more fun to draw something new. But now I've started this, I should at least get the outline. What was I saying about inking? Oh yeah, but there's some artists who would just skip the pencil stage altogether and just ink. A lot of famous comic book artists eventually did this. I know a lot of manga artists, or some rather manga artists, become this good, and it's like, well, they're doing the pencils anyway, and then they're doing the ink, and they get to the point where they can just do the ink, and they don't need to do the pencil step. I think Jack Kirby was like that. He's the one I think of off the top of my head. And then Winsor McKay was like that, but he's really, really old school, so he's unlikely to be. All right. What's next? Okay, so we have done Raccoon in a Cornucopia, Goose holding a sword, and a mafioso rabbit family, as well as a birthday cake. Happy birthday. I think my favorite so far is probably the rabbits. It's definitely something else we can do. Hi, cats and axolotls. Good name. Not together. Well, I guess, can cats and axolotls can be friends? Oh, thank you so much. Now I'm trying to think what, like an, gosh, like an axolotl dressed as a cat. I think that's the way to go. Not a cat dressed as an axolotl. I drew an axolotl a while ago, but it would be fun to draw one again. Yeah, okay, so their heads are pretty normal. No, pretty easy. They're like a snake head almost, or I guess a snake head is probably the easiest. Santa eating a cookie. I was just looking at like watch time. You can see all your watch time over the last whatever. And so it counts, if you want to like unlock features, it only counts the last 365 days. And so like I was thinking, okay, well, that's fine. Like let me look at 365 days, right? I've not done a ton of videos. I'm relatively new. So that should be fine. And we had we had baked a giant cookie, my wife and I, on like Christmas Eve or something. And I, one of the first shorts I put up, and it was just me being like, look at this giant cookie. And then she ate it. She took a bite out of it or whatever. And it was I think it was the first short that we ever got more than 1,000 views on. And it was titled like Santa and something about Santa and eating a cookie. And I just saw it today, and it's at the bottom of it's the bottom of the list, but it still makes the top, like, it still makes the top of watch time. It's just funny. But shorts watch time doesn't count, so it's not really helpful. So we're doing an axolotl. I was going to give him cat ears. I think that'd be... I don't want him to be half axolotl, half cat. I think I just want him to be an axolotl or her wearing like a headband that gives them cat ears. But we'll see. I think it's working so far. I think axolotl, the first time I had anyone ever chat in my, maybe not ever, but the first time I ever had people chatting amicably and a bunch was in an axolotl, a stream where I drew an axolotl. And I was like, oh, I think I could do live streaming. I think this could be fun. And yeah, it was definitely a fun time. So I have kind memories of axolotl. Oh, thank you, Oreo. Yeah, I don't know why. Oh no, cats and axolotls entered the chat, and I was like, I have an idea. An axolotl dressed as a cat. Because I'm very original and have lots of good ideas by myself. Okay, let's give him a little shady. I guess we could do his body. And let's do we'll do a little this where you do thick outlines to make it look right, and a little erasing. Okay. What is it? That like random song I just sang is making me think of what is that even? It's probably some video game music. Yes. He does look like I'm doing good, Oreo. How are you doing? Oh, sweet. I see. Right now, vacation, that's great. Yeah, average Cheney enjoyer. Does that mean what state was Liz Cheney a senator in? Is that the state you're from? Is that what that means? Yeah, I think all axolotls look like doofus. I think that's why we like them as a species. They are in their juvenile stage. So they are a salamander that has been locked into their juvenile stage, and they don't progress beyond that. And many juvenile animals, this is pre-adulthood animals, look cute to us. And we theorize yeah, I'm making a cat scalotl. You get it. And we theorize it's because Why do we theorize? Oh, it's because all animals think the same things look cute. Whoa, that's great. $4.99. That's so cool. I don't see it when I'm streaming. And then afterwards, it's like 11 people subscribed to you. You're doing boss. That's YouTube. That's my impersonation of YouTube. I don't know why I make that voice, like elevator voice. So I think axolotl with catskilotl feet. You guys see this? Am I still drawing on screen? Yeah. Wow, so cool. Thank you so much, everyone here who's subscribed. And the rest of you are fine. You're cool too. No hard feeling. Let's do it. Awesome, Oreo. Welcome. Oh, thank you, Sonic. That's such a kind thing to say. Yeah, I've been having a great time doing requests and random drawings and stuff. I do have some projects that I do want to get back to working on sometimes on the stream, but if this is going to be more fun, I'm going to stick with this. I'm fine doing my work, my other work projects off screen. I don't have to, you guys don't need to work with me. You can just hang out. He's like kind of turning into like some sort of sphinx. I gave him like cat back legs, which is a little bit weirder, but I think works. Okay, and then axolotl tail, right? Like, this crazy. Yeah, fusion. I guess he's not furry. Axolotl's tails are like kind of see-through on the outside. They remind me of Star Trek for some reason. Yeah, why do axolotl tails remind me of Star Trek? Who knows? Star Trek's crazy. Yeah, my favorite animal. Gosh, that's so hard. I think maybe it's corvids, so like crows and ravens. It's probably corvids. Yeah, I think it's that. But it could also be whales because they're so friggin' smart. They have names and they talk to each other, and we are now pretty sure they have a language and we just don't know what it is. So that's pretty neat. But I saw a whale once really close, a humpback whale. It was crazy. Coral's good. She's been living right here next to my, I've been like, I keep her right to the side. I don't know. She's been keeping me company. Okay, I'm gonna try. I like this leg, but it feels like it's a little or off proportion. So I'm just gonna try to, oh yeah, this is just to try to prevent a little of the smudging that happens. So most of the smudging from pencils is just because your like hand oils and like tiny bits of sweat and stuff will move around the pencil. And so if you wear something like this, it prevents a lot, but not all of the smudging. Hey, Tiny Man. Welcome, Wendy. Welcome back. Hey, Gray. Oh, yeah, I just answered you. Yeah. Yeah, I think, let's say corvids, because I think that's the answer. But yeah, I like animals a lot. I just I've never really been able to have pets. When I was a kid, my family had a cat or cats, and that was great. But as an adult, I've never been like secure enough to have a pet. So I just haven't. I don't think it's fair to a pet if you don't have the means to take care of it if something happens or all of a sudden I looked at this guy in the face and I was like, it made me laugh because he's such a doofus. I just started like straight laughing right in his face. We gotta name this guy. What's the doofiest names, guys? That's how we'll figure out. We'll vote. Maybe we can even vote. But we'll find the doofiest name for a cat skewaddle. He needs a back leg. There we go. Perfect. Like, do axolotls have like spots on their heads? Yeah, so we'll give them a little spots. Oh my gosh. You're in luck. Where the heck is it? We drew a birthday cake. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. I will do foot. We had a little bit of wood and we stuck it in there and we wrote your name on it. Casey. Hip hip hooray. Hip hip hooray. Yeah, Goof is pretty good. Yeah, what is today? What's today? The 12th? Oh, it's 11. It's the 11/11. Solid birthday. It's you can say 11/11 whether you're in the United States or Europe. That's a bonus. People think 11/11 is lucky. You might think it's lucky. That's pretty good. I just like made sure this post had like 3-dimensionality to it. I don't know when. It's okay. We're done now. We can go back to doing the cat skewaddle. Ooh, Pinto. That's pretty good. Okay. He is really tickling my goofy bone. I don't know what. I don't generally laugh at my own drawings. Not never. Because I do that comic, that cartoon strip, every day. And sometimes I try to make them funny. Most of the time they're just like sweet or slice of life or whatever. But sometimes I try to make them funny, and sometimes that makes me laugh. So I could see it. Okay. Pinto Goofenschmerz. I think that's the winner. I think I already sang happy birthday once this stream. Well, it's your birthday. Yeah, we can sing happy birthday. I think it's your birthday. Why not? What am I doing for the next 30 seconds that's so important I can't sing somebody happy birthday, a stranger happy birthday on the internet? Right? Like, what does the world come to when you can't just sing a stranger happy birthday on the internet? Now, give me 1 second and I will jump over to the cake and we will sing you happy birthday. I was thinking of giving him a name tag. I think I will. Let's do it. Yeah. We're going to do it upside down. Hello. And it says like, my name is, but we don't need that part. This foolish catskeladle. All right. Let's get back over for Casey. Let's light the candle. What's your favorite color, Casey? We'll color the cake. These are the ones I got, plus yellow. Uh-oh. Am I lagged behind? Looks like it. Okay. Oh, cool. Cool, emoji. Oh, dang. We're trying to sing you happy birthday, Casey. Where'd you go? Purple cake? Purple it is. Purple frosting. Purple frosting majesty. I think that's what they say. Well, if they're coming back or if they're still here, I want to sing them happy birthday now, because it would be sad to sing them happy birthday and they had already left, but they could see it in the future, but it might not be their birthday still. Oh, okay, we're doing it. Yellow and purple. Let's sing happy birthday for Casey. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Casey. Happy birthday to you. Michael Jackson. This birthday cake got a lot of use today. That's good. It's more fun that way. It would be it's good to share birthday cake. I don't know what I'm doing to this candle, but I'm digging it. No, I happen to have a birthday cake from somebody earlier. No problem, Maria. Yeah, thanks for having me on. All right, today we've done a birthday cake. This is the first thing we drew today. Somebody had a birthday right away. So it was really lucky we got to put Casey on there. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to be going through what we drew today. We did a birthday cake. We did this catskeladle. His name is Pinto Goofenschmerz. We did, we did a Jamaican beef patty. They're delicious, by the way. We did like some dogs, but we got easily distracted from that. And we did a rabbit family, crime family. It's not for us to judge. Innocent until proven guilty. And then we did a goose with a sword that maybe he got from the lady in the lake, because that's a lake in the background, because he's a goose. So goose go on lake. And like, there's a lot of implications with that. So King Arthur has two swords, right? No, I'm not gonna do a late stream tonight. That'd be crazy. Just like take a break for dinner and then do another one. So King Arthur has two swords, right? Yeah, I don't know what I do with them. Like, I need to start doing something with them. So I was thinking about doing, somebody was saying different things I could do for my Patreon, which got me thinking about what I could do for my Patreon and if and when I set up a Patreon, right? And one thing they said was I could just use it as a portfolio, which is great. So then I could just put these things on there and like even link to the timestamp of the YouTube or put up individual videos of just these on the Patreon, right? And then I could be like, this is my portfolio. This is how fast I draw. Like if you need something done, I'll just do it real quick, right? And then that got me thinking about what I actually do with these drawings. And like maybe I could give people the drawings, right? Like if people are interested, one of the things on Patreon could just be like, I literally write you a little note and send you a drawing from a live stream. Like this literal piece of paper I fold up and I send to you. So I don't know. I am not doing anything at the moment. I've been thinking I should scan them in at least so I have them digitally and then I could put them on their Discord digitally so people who missed the streams could still see what we drew. We also drew a raccoon and a cornucopia. And that's all the drawings for today. But I'm still drawing. There's all the drawings we've done so far. Okay. I'm just going to put them under here. Happy birthday, Casey. Let's get Cat Scalotl a name. Yeah. Cactolotl? Something like that. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do, Gary. Like Gray, sorry, I didn't mean to call you Gary. That's what I'm trying to do, Gray, for sure. I've had a lot of people approach and ask about it, but I've not actually heard back from anybody. But people seem interested in having me do a kid's book. My wife wrote a kid's book, and I was illustrating it before we moved, but I haven't found it in my unpacking. I've not looked really hard for it, but yeah, I think it's what I'm trying to do. I mean, that is what I am trying to do. I think I would be good at it. I think I'm fast, so I can do like samples and turn around really quickly to like be like, is this what you're looking for? Like I could do a sketch same day. I could do multiple sketches same day, to see if like I have the vibe right, you know? And yeah, I did design work, so I know all the formatting and everything. I can do that really well. I need to start. Yeah, so I'm going to try to do a Patreon as my portfolio. Someone suggested it, and I think it's a really good idea. So I think I'm going to do CAXT Caxto. Caxto. Cat. Oh, because that's the T for cats. And then I think OLOTL TL, right? I think that's it. TL. I think this is the cat scalotl. Yeah, so oh yeah, I don't know how Calico's spots look. I'm not sure. Um, Sonic. I was thinking at least having the what we've been consistent when we were talking about it would be having like at the very the lowest $2, right? Because I can definitely send something out to people for $2 and like um, so that would be cool. But I think like the live stream ones might have to be a little bit more just because there's so few of them. It's essentially a limited resource, but we're not sure. We should set something up. Uh, oh man, we did 500. That is so cool. I'm like I am blown away. So like 2 weeks ago, maybe not even 2 weeks ago, a friend of mine, a Discord friend of mine, was like, "Oh, we just like I just put out these videos. I'm like trying something new, and it's been working really well." And I was like, I checked it out, and I was like, "Oh my God, you're at 401! Congratulations at getting 400!" And at that point, I was at like 320 or something, and that was literally like 2 weeks ago. And now I have 500. And I was thinking maybe I'll get to 400 before he gets to 500 because I thought surely he was going to get to 500 right away. He, yeah, it's neat. That's what I keep saying. I think neat is the right word, but I think it's funny that that's the right word. But yeah, thank you everybody for subscribing. It's so cool. We have a Discord if you want to share your art with each other and me. I try to get on there at least once a day to check everything out. And sometimes I'm on there much more. Just do. I used to do in school, I would draw a random shape on the board on the whiteboard, just something like, and then I would take a word, whatever word whomever wanted to do, like, and I would put it inside of it. Uh, Actually, no wonder I got a job as a graphic designer. Geez, it's like it's some lettering 101. Oh, great. It doesn't have to be drawing art, but yeah. I mean, I was the worst drawing artist alive at some point. Promise. I was terrible. Sometimes I look back at stuff only I did a few years ago and I'm like, "Oh my God." And I think about like I used to really like drawing, but I thought I was bad at it. And like I could sometimes get something that I thought looked good, but I couldn't do it consistently. And that's what practice ended up doing for me, was just helping me get it consistently. The Discord server is, I can't type it, but it is in the bio and the link works. I just checked it. And we'll go on the outside of this, the inside of that, the outside of this, the inside of that. Just straight weaving, I guess. I'm just drawing a little arrow. I grew up really near a an old Native American village, historically documented, but it wasn't like a museum site or anything. It was just random. No, no, I'm actually a full-grown, out-of-school adult who ended up, I did graphic design for years until like I got laid off, and then I lived with my wife and we were moving around a little bit. I worked at a toy store that I used to work at when I was young, and it just got to the point where I was like, what? Like, I'm not really, like, I still have printing and graphic design work, but it's not really what I want, and it's not really, like, it's drying up. It's not, and like, it felt silly to do illustration because, like, if graphic design is drying up, like, surely illustration is going to dry up too, but it is what I wanted to do. And so I took the last 6 years or so and did a lot of practice, a lot of work, and I started selling my illustrations like last year. Um, some greeting cards, some prints and posters, and it doesn't quite pay the bills yet, but it's getting there. No, no, don't worry about it. Gosh, it like yeah, it does it doesn't matter what it like that's totally fine. I am not offended. Young people are people too. Oh my gosh. Actually, like I keep reading articles where people are like really upset that 6-7 exists. Like that's it. They're not like so I think there's an argument to be made that the original I lost it. Where's my good eraser? I must have thrown it on the ground or something. There's an argument to be made that the original reference for 6-7 is like, let's say, inappropriate, right? I'm not saying I'm making that argument, but I do acknowledge that that argument exists and there's some evidence for it. 5-6-7 is the next milestone, yeah. But like I often read articles that are not making that argument. They're saying like, "Oh my God, can you believe people keep saying 6-7? My God, don't count near a middle schooler. They'll say 6-7." And I like, who cares? Like, what a crazy thing to be upset about. I don't understand. I'm like, am I an idiot and I should be mad? It's so, yeah. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I'll stop. I'll stop. All right. I was gonna draw today. I mean, we've gotten all over the place, but I was gonna draw today. What was I gonna draw today? I was going to draw today. Oh, it was upside down. I thought it was weighted weird. I'm at a total loss. I was. What is the? Hmm? Like, well, maybe like the big bird thing. It's probably. Wait, how do wings work? I think it's like that. Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's the rest. That's the bottom. Okay. I was thinking about drawing like classic Thanksgiving food. I know not everyone, or even maybe not the majority of people, are American. I'm not sure. I feel it. YouTube says the majority of my watchers are American, but the majority of people I talk to are not. So I wonder, are they just the lurkers, or like is YouTube wrong? Because I could totally imagine YouTube being wrong about that and just being like, we swear, we think they're American. That's so YouTube. Oh man, this is great. I don't. I have aphantasia. So I have no image in my mind, which I think is why I draw. So I was thinking about drawing cranberry sauce. I don't know why I'm drawing the turkey, just because it's like Thanksgiving turkey, and I was just trying to be like whatever it is. But I wanted to draw cranberry sauce, right? And so all I know is cranberry sauce comes in a can. Sometimes it has the texture of the can on it. I know what a can looks like because I just remember a can. I think it has lines on the top, lines on the bottom, kind of small. And then people take slices of it, and it's like an image that people think is weird and gross and hilarious. And it's fine. It's whatever it is. So that's what I know about cranberry sauce. The rest of the drawing now has to be, I don't have an image in my mind. I have to like just create it from rules, right? So the first thing I'll do is I'll just draw like a tube, and I just do that by making a spiral, which is, oh, it's really helpful this time because it will also give me that kind of can texture, right? And then I know that this and this should be the same. This should probably be a little flatter, but it doesn't really matter. Yeah, it does. Let's make this a little flatter. Okay, and then we'll put a plate under it. Actually, I guess we'll probably put like a little platter under it because it gets cut, so it's probably got to be pretty flat. Oh, take care, Sonic. Thanks for stopping in. But yeah, so I'll sketch something out kind of like this, where it's just like really rough. And this will just help me see it because I can't see it otherwise. And then I have to think like, is this good? Do I want to change it? And probably I do want to change this. Maybe make it a little shorter. There's a piece of something underneath my... Take care, buddies. What the heck? That's from the factory. Little smudge. Yeah, so when I draw, I go from very non-specific, like basic shapes, all the way to as detailed as I can, or as I want. And I definitely do that in part because I have aphantasia. And aphantasia just means I cannot envision things in my mind. I have no mental vision. I've decided that I didn't like that, so I am going to be more specific, more careful, and do a box. Hello, Luna. I see the numbers. The numbers sometimes confuse me. Are you the same Luna from before? Because welcome back. Okay. I think I want the plate moved back a little. No, you know what? I'm leaving the plate like kind of uneven where it is. The cranberry sauce is off to the side, like it's further back than the middle of the plate. But I think that's okay because what I'll do is, but that should be the same. Okay, it's a little off. I will, there we go. I'll put a knife here that is used to cut the cranberry sauce, right? So I don't know if anyone's American, but this is like a very strange Thanksgiving traditional food that at some point people just stopped really making and started always buying it. And then the version that got bought the most is like jellied, and people just plop it out of a can. Oh, welcome, Brianna. Welcome back. Sorry, my tenant. No problem. Oh, tenant Deltarune. Oh, Charlie Brown, yeah. Yeah, Charlie Brown. That's a pretty good. We drew a Charlie Brown. Well, we've drawn a couple. We drew a Charlie Brown in a Halloween costume recently. Oh yeah, so this will be the middle. Okay. I can't, did Charlie Brown had Christmas. There's a famous Charlie Brown Christmas. Yeah, for sure, for sure. Let me write Deltarune and Snoopy. I will take a look at Deltarune. It's Tennant, like David Tennant. But I might draw Snoopy first because he's going to be easier, is my suspicion. And I can stop drawing the cranberry sauce. But yeah, I think it's interesting how, like, it's something that I think a lot of people like. It's not crazy hard to make, but the problem is it's like, it's expensive to make, right? Fresh cranberries, oranges, gelatin, sometimes pectin if you don't have enough. The other can be expensive to make or to get. And so people just started getting the one that was so much cheaper and easier. And also it's like, it's only Anne Bernice who really likes the cranberry sauce anyway. Most other people just skip it. Five Nights at Froggy, cool. Yeah, I think Charlie Brown reminds me of like Halloween. I think about this a lot because I also do it. So he did a daily cartoon, and I do a daily cartoon for my wife. You might know that already, but one of the things it can be really hard to figure out what to do day in and day out as you come on to like years and years doing this. And that's where I am. I'm at some years now. And what he did is he just redid the same idea. Okay, I'm going to do these last three requests. Snoopy, Tennant, and Dr. Joopy. And then I'm probably going to be done for the night, but let's get those done. Let me look up Deltarune. I love Snoopy. I have a friend who when he gets excited, literally dances like Snoopy. It is funny. Oh, Deltarune? No, Deltarune. Tenna from Deltarune. Yeah, that's what I want. Oh, that's great. Okay. I was wondering. Yeah, because it looked like the word antenna. Solid. There's a comic book called Saga, which is about like a space war that's been going on forever, and two people from opposite sides of the war have fallen in love and they have a baby. And one of the villains of these Space War are people who have TVs, big TVs, just like Tana here, um, for faces, and they don't actually ever have a face on. It's always static, which I think is even better. And they're big and scary. They're very tall and anyway. So Saga, really fun comic. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Antenna. Yeah, I think we got this. Go here. Here. Wait, I didn't mark one side. Okay. So let's just go straight down the middle. Let's go. Why does this feel crooked? Because my paper's crooked? We had a huge antenna on top of the house. That was how I got TV for a long time. And then my Nana broke her leg. I lived with my Nana growing up. And my Nana broke her leg and she ended up in the hospital. And then they had cable in the hospital. And she came home and she was like, all right, let's get cable. And so I had gone from like having some channels sometimes to having all the channels all the time. And it was weird. But then I got like Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network. But then my Nana moved out and we got rid of the cable because it was my Nana's cable. And we had also gotten like stopped using the old antenna on top of the house, which got at least a decent amount of channels. And now we were just using the little rabbit ears that were on top of old TVs. And so we were getting like, I was saying some channels sometimes. It was even worse. It was like some channels, if you were lucky, and it was a bright day, like, and then one of the weird things about old antenna TV, at least this was my experience, I'm pretty sure it's real, is if the signal was bad, it would be in black and white. Because I guess the color was one of the last parts of the signal to send or something. I don't actually know. So like nowadays, if the signal's bad, you don't get to see it, right? That's how HD TV broadcast works. Is it's all or nothing. You either see it or you don't. So it used to be you could see it, but it would be staticky, or you could see it, but it wouldn't be in color. Or those were the two main things. But with HDTV antenna broadcast, you can't see it. It just doesn't exist. So because we watch the majority of our TV on the internet, as does, hey Rebecca, as does most people who, weren't born a million years ago, we don't. I'm trying to see what this is like it's like a jacket that goes to it ends at his belt like really cleanly, and his tie like basically covers all of it. That doesn't, you don't ever see like the seams, like these actually meet. No, there is a little shirt right here, but it ends like really cleanly at his belt, and then it also has tails, and so it's just weird. Oh, thank you so much, Rebecca. Yeah, he has good cartoon hands, good solid classic cartoon hands, which is nice because it means we can draw them pretty easily. Just old school. I'm wearing a glove. I got 3 fingers. Thumbs up, buddy. Thumbs up to you too. And that'd be red. And then he has the thing, the He's often holding a microphone, I see. We'll do that for him. I'm holding a microphone. That's what I think he sounds like. Hey, how's everybody doing? Yeah, that's great. That's how it goes. I love trying to make things cute. That's one of my favorites. I was I was frog in my throat. Ribbit. I was talking about that earlier. How like if you draw something over and over and over and over and over again, and you work to make it cuter and cuter and cuter, you will. Right? And it like becomes it like can happen slowly over time. You don't even have to like try that hard. And just eventually you have like this really cute thing. And then if you're drawing every day and you're getting practice, the practice that you get drawing other things can really help, even with your cute things. Rebecca, I'm sorry. I usually am taking requests from the chat, but I just put in last call. So I have this one and two more, and then I'm probably ending the stream. If I still have a lot of energy, no, I have to end the stream actually. Yeah, so I just have these two. Hey, Jasper, welcome, welcome. Thank you. The TV host. Okay. Tomorrow. Yep, I'll be streaming tomorrow. It should be in the afternoon. So earlier than this. I'll be trying to stream tomorrow from like, I don't want to say a time because then I won't make it, but let's say from 2 p.m. New York City time. I'm not in New York City, but I have the same time. Yeah, like this is what he looks like. Okay, like that actually. Okay. That's a little bit better. We'll just give a quick scribble red for his coat. And a quick scribble yellow for his yellow. Get out of there. Why is yellow? Yellow was the last one to fall out. For his tie. And then his pants are black. We can imagine that. Yeah, that's cool. If you can make the stream, I will definitely check it out, and we'll do requests tomorrow for sure. It's been really fun doing requests. I had been a little hesitant because genuinely, like 2 weeks ago, or maybe a little bit longer, like a month ago, 2 months ago, I wouldn't have taken requests because I was like so embarrassed and so afraid that I was going to draw bad and everyone would think I drew bad. And I guess that's like, I mean, it must be serious imposter syndrome because like I know I don't draw bad, but for whatever reason, I was so scared. Chicken stars. Huh. Welcome, Doug D. Chicken stars. Now I'm thinking chicken star. What is chicken stars? Like chicken nuggets but shaped like stars? That actually sounds pretty good. They would get really crispy. I do. Yeah, we have a Discord server. It is in the... Okay. I have not seen chicken stars. Wait, is this true? What is my brain? No matter how online you are, somebody is more online. Okay, okay. I will have to look at this. I don't even know. Oh yeah, sorry, I can't do a post on it. I am on the slowest computer ever, and it just if I try to do anything like that, it won't work. Okay, so Snoopy, this is one thing I really do love about what's his name? Jim Davies. He he broke it down to its like most basic forms. I was talking about people who could just draw their cartoons with ink right away. I'm sure he was like that. So I can't draw Snoopy right away. I've not done any practice, but let's do I'll break it down into the parts that I need to break it down to draw it. So you have his head and you have his snout. I use circles to construct basically everything. And then his snout, they both come back to meet at a neck like that. This neck is a little thin and a little low like that. And then all these lines are just smooth. And you can already see this is starting to look like Snoopy. Then classic cartoon trick, even though like this is kind of a profile, we're just going to stick his nose in his mouth right where we can see him. And his eyes, same thing. So this is something a lot of cartoons do where like this doesn't make sense physically. Oh, that's great. Doug, being an artist is so great. He corrupted me into saying it. Yeah, that's how memes go. And oh man, Snoopy looks so naked without his ear. So a lot of cartoons. So you'll see cartoons, right? And it'll be like this is the person's head, and like here's their nose, and here are their eyes, and here's their ear, and here's their hair. And we'll all be like, yep, that makes sense. And like, it doesn't, but it's fine. For whatever reason, when you do a cartoon, it's like, well, this is an extremely bad example, but let's get back to Snoopy. And we'll just give him a scribble ear, just like a good old Jim Davis. I hope it's the right artist I'm talking about. And then we do that. And then, just this is a standard body, I would say. His is a little bit flatter, but lots of cartoons have like a circle, but like heavier on the bottom, kind of like a bag of something. And Snoopy has that. Heavier on the bottom, but like with a flat back. Um, and then the same, his arms are, this is a like a Peanuts thing where their arms are short and their hands are like this. Really great, really simple. And it shows like you don't have to draw really good. Jim Davis made Garfield. Oh my God. I get them wrong all the time. It's not Chuck Jones. He did like Private Snafu. Oh man, Charles Schultz. Thank you. Thank you very much. I really get them confused all the time. And I was so afraid I was making a mistake. And I was like, no, I remember Jim Davis' signature. I'm so dumb. Let's give Snoopy the thing you wear for Christmas. A Santa hat. A Santa hat. I feel less dumb now that I couldn't remember Santa hat. For some reason, that made me feel less dumb. Let's erase some of these guides I put in. I think I might have made him a little tall. So why don't we just erase it? and move it all up a little. No problem. Yeah, Peanuts characters are stout. They're like, I guess they're about 3 heads tall. So classic, like chibi proportioned cartoons. Oh, sorry, Jake. I'm not doing any more requests today. I got the last couple of requests a few minutes ago, but I do stream. I try to stream almost every day. I take some days off, but I will be streaming. The plan is to stream tomorrow at around 2 o'clock, starting around 2 o'clock New York City time. I guess I can just say New York time. I was saying New York City to like be clear. I'm not saying New York State, but I could be saying New York State. All of New York State has the same time. I'm being like unnecessarily specific. That can be confusing too. Eastern time. That's what I should say. But then I don't know. Is it Eastern Standard Time? Is it Eastern Daylight Time? I think it's Eastern Standard Time. I think daylight time is actually is summertime. But I don't know. Time zones are confusing. Did you know India? Huge. India's huge, and it has one time zone. Madness. Same with China, actually. The thing that's interesting about India is it's a half hour off the rest of the world. While everybody else is like 12, 1, 2, 5, whatever, when everybody else is on a whole number, India is at something 30. Well, that's great, Jake. Hey, Jackson. All right. That's Snoopy with his eyes. I don't know why I said with his eyes. Oh man. Oh yeah, I gotta finish up. I'm losing it over here. You guys are witnessing me unravel. Where's the... Okay, let's just go over everything we drew, and I will find the... Oh, there's the list. Okay. Oh, we did a happy birthday cake for Casey and somebody else. Kylo Ren or something. We did mafioso bunnies. These are actually bunnies that are in the witness protection program. And they just saw somebody they think they recognize from their old life. But their child doesn't know. It's really heartbreaking. We have a goose that just got Clarence, which is the sword that Arthur got from the Lady in the Lake. Not to be confused with Excalibur, which you can see in the background. It's still right over there. Still solidly in the stone. Nobody's pulled it out yet. See? Right there. Okay. We also have a raccoon in a cornucopia, which I did like 1/4 of the ink on for some reason. We have Tenna. Mr. Aunt Tenna. Or Mrs. Or Miss. I'm not sure. I'm not the pronoun police. I shouldn't have said anything about pronouns. Then we have Snoopster. I think... Oh no, we got more. Oh my gosh, this is a busy day. We have the cat Scalotl. It's a mister. Okay, thank you, Doug. Thank you. Thank you so much, Jake. It's good to hear. Thank you. It's nice. Cat Scalotl. He's a doofus. He put his name tag upside down. His name is Pinto Goofenschmertz. Goofenschmertz. Pinto Goofenschmertz. Hello, Oddfud. And then we did some dogs, a Jamaican beef patty. This Eggman. Okay. Oh, and that's from yesterday, actually. This is Uncle Phil. He says hi. Okay. We're just... What's the last one? We have one more today. I lost it. I genuinely lost it again. Okay, I found it. Okay. I've never seen this one before, so we have to check it out. It's Dr. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, the alien was fun. The request was just silly alien. Silly or cute alien. That's what they said. Okay. Thank you, Jasper. Okay. I do not remember him. Oh, I do remember him. I remember him now. I played this game. I really enjoyed it. I played it like as soon as it came out. Um, I've heard of liminal spaces. There's a game about that. Well, there's more than one game about that, I'm sure. But I have some game where you like are changing the size of things and lining them up. I can't remember. I don't play video games very often, even though I love them. Is he wearing a t-shirt? That's my next. It kind of looks like he is. All right, let's go. We got him. So I like this guy because his face and head are shaped nice and easy to draw. It's kind of like a rounded. I don't see what his antenna do, so I'm just gonna kind of do that. Okay, we're make his face go this way a little bit. The big thing is his mouth has like a little outcropping to it. And then his eyes have a little like sunken in part. Yeah, I like liminal spaces. Oh, like I understand the concept. Yeah, I worked at a mall for a little bit, or in a mall, not at a mall. Well, at a mall. Anyway, and gosh, one time they locked the doors early so I couldn't leave. And I had to climb under the locked gate in order to get out. Otherwise, I would have missed my bus, and it was the last bus out. Oh, it's terrible. I forgot all about that. Jerk security guard being lazy. Not being lazy. Trying hard to finish his work early so we can get home. Let's be honest. Still a little bit of a jerk, but not really doing anything wrong. This is the last drawing. This is the last drawing, and then I am done. Oh, I'm gonna look this up. Frutiger arrow. Oh, is this like a? Well, I'll look it up. Frutiger. I remember old desktop backgrounds and themes. Arrow from about that period, and I wonder if it's just this, or well, this guy seems happy, but I think he turns evil, right? I'm gonna make him evil. And then he has a little shirt, which somehow has all of his arms coming out of it. He has two little tentacles up top. And then it looks like 4 or 3 big tentacles on the bottom. But they all go into pipes, so I'm gonna make some of them go into the pipes also. So yeah, we'll keep this one that goes straight down the pipe into the pipe. We'll take this one and have it wrap around behind the pipe. He's holding himself up. And then we'll have this big one like chilling out so we can see what the tentacles are like. Now this little one, his arm one, coming up, just doing that, waving around, waving his arms around in the air. Same with this one. He's in a fury. He's in a fit. He's in a fury. He's having a snit. Oh, okay, okay. Oh, thank you so much, Doug D. Okay, it looks like his arm tentacles don't really have any suckers, but I'm going to put them in, because maybe I'm wrong. Quick there, and a little bit here, and a little bit there. Okay, let me get a little texture. His shirt has something on it, but I can't see, so it's like something like that. That goes under, this is coming forward like that, there we go. Then this is probably like ripped or something. This goes down into the pipe. Let's get that clear. And then this one goes behind. We'll see a little bit of the suckers right here on the behind one. And then we'll erase that and give it a little front texture. And we'll do a little bit of the suckers here on the front one. This is the one we really care about because I don't know why. It's the one we decided to use as an example of what the tentacles look like. Having this one out in the open makes all the other ones that we've hidden seem like they work, like seem like this one. So you want this one to have all the things that make a tentacle a tentacle. Thank you so much, Doug. Okay. I think that's pretty much it. I think we got the doctor. Maybe there's like another tentacle we don't know about over here, but that would be the last detail I added. I would add, I mean. And then like you could work on the pipe or whatever, but hey, Jabrakin. Thanks so much. All right, I hope you guys have a good night. Let me choose my favorite drawing to end on. Probably not the right. Oh, it's definitely this one. It's either this one or this one. Let's do this one because it's colored. I mean, it doesn't matter. I'm just saying goodnight. All right. Good night, guys. Thank you so much. I will be on tomorrow. Should be around 2 New York time. Bye.